Hello ma'am, my name is Rohan Shah from class 10B and today I'm gonna present a PPT on the topic polynomials. So let's begin. So what exactly is a polynomial? It is an expression consisting of variables and coefficients that involves only the use of addition, subtraction, multiplication and non-negative integer exponential variables. An example of a polynomial of single indeterminate x is x to the power 2 minus 4x plus 7. Now we will look out at the types of polynomials on the basis of degrees. Here we will study polynomials of degree 0 to 3 up to 3. So a polynomial with degree 0 is called a constant polynomial. Here we can consider all the natural numbers as its example like 2, 3, 5, 7, etc. Polynomial of degree 1 is also called a linear polynomial. Here we do not necessarily need to mention and specify that the degree is 1 by putting like x to the power 1 plus 2 or y to the power 1 plus 5. Here we can simply write as x plus 2 or y plus 5 or 3 plus 4. It is known that x plus 2 is having a degree of power 1, so we do not have to write it. But in case of a polynomial with degree 2, it is it is called a quadratic polynomial. For example, 2x to the power 2 plus 5, x to the power 2 plus 2 by 7x, and 5x to the power 2 plus 2x plus 5 pi. Here we have to mention and specify the power by putting 2 above x. I mean the variable, we have to put 2 above x. So what is a polynomial of degree 3? It is also called a cubic polynomial. For example, 8x to the power 3, 2x to the power 3 plus x plus 1 and 6 minus x to the power 3, etc. Now we will look out at the kind of polynomial on the basis of its term. An algebraic expression that consists only of one term is called a monomial. For example, 3x square plus 4y, I'm sorry, 3x to the power 2, comma 4y, etc. An algebraic expression that consists of only two terms is called a binomial. For example, 3x to the power 2 minus 8y to the power 2 and x to the power 2 minus 4, etc. An algebraic expression that consists of only three terms is called a trinomial. By just looking at this name trinomial, one can easily guess that it must be having like three terms. It's obvious. For example, z square plus 4z minus 9. Now we will study about the zero of the polynomial, or you can call it as a root of the polynomial. So a root or a zero of the polynomial are the values of x that cause the polynomial to be equal to 0. It is an x-intercept, the root is the x value and the 0 is the y value. All the linear polynomials have only one zero, and there is a point to be noted here that the zeros of the polynomials depend on its degree. For example, if a polynomial is linear, it will only have one zero. If the polynomial is quadratic, it will have two zeros maximum. It is compulsory. And if the polynomial is cubic, it will have three zeros maximum. Now we will look at out a polynomial and we will find its zero here. So since the given algebraic expression is a quadratic polynomial, it is obvious that we can easily understand it that the zeros of the polynomial would be 2. So yes, we will do here just simple maths and factorize it. We will find two factors like x plus 1 and x minus 9. We will put both those factors equal to 0. So we will find that x is equal to minus 1 and the other x is equal to 9. So both of the values of x here, which is -1 and 9, are the zeros of this given algebraic expression respectively. Now we will study about the relationship between the zeros of a quadratic polynomial. Sum of zeros. Like we got the zeros of the this algebraic expression as -1 and 9, we can also take it as alpha. We can also consider alpha to be equal to -1 and beta to be equal to 9. So like sum of zeros, we will add both of the zeros and we will take a equals to 4 here. By looking at this example, I'm talking about this example where which have put below. Like we will took a as 4, b as 8, c is 0. We are taking c as 0 since it is a constant, and since it has nothing there, so it's obvious that if there is nothing, then it is 0. So the constant is 0, so c is 0. A is 4, b is 8, and c is 0. So now we will see about product of zeros. So alpha into beta is equal to c by a. You will easily understand it by looking at one of the examples given below it. Like we take 4u to the power 4u to the power 2 plus 8u here. We will take 4u as common here and put it equal to 0. So one of the values of u is 0 and the other value as came to be out as -2. Like I told you earlier, we will take alpha and beta as the values of the zeros which we have got out. So we are taking alpha as 0 here, as beta and beta as -2 here, and as the formula is above, we will do alpha plus beta as sum of zeros. So it is 0 plus on the bracket -2, which is equals to -2, and minus b by a. B was 8 here, so minus b would be -8 here, and a is 4 here, so -8 by 4 is -2. So LHS is equal to RHS. It is simple maths and product of zeros. Like the same way I took A as 4, B as 8, and C as 0. Here also A is 4, B as 8, and C as 0. So alpha into beta, I mean 0 into -2 is equal to 0 by 4. So it's LHS is equal to RHS here too. 0 equals to 0. Now we will see the relationship between the zeros and coefficients of a cubic polynomial. In general, if alpha, beta, gamma are the zeros of a cubic polynomial, then alpha plus beta plus gamma equals to b by a. Alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha is equal to c by a, and alpha beta plus gamma alpha beta gamma is equal to minus d by a. Here also, like I did earlier, we will consider a, b, c, and d by looking at the algebraic expression. Now we will do some question based on polynomials. So here we have to find the number of zeros of p x in both the cases. So I have took the first question and the two parts of it from the exercise 2.1 NCRT. Here we can clearly see that the number of zeros in the first part would be 0, as the graph does not intersect the x-axis at any point. And in the case of the part 2, the number of zeros is 1, as the graph intersects the x-axis at absolutely only one point. In the case the graph was intersecting the x-axis like for 2 times or 3 times, then the zeros would have been 2 or 3, and the polynomial would have been a quadratic polynomial and a cubic polynomial respectively. Now the next question is, Find a quadratic polynomial with the given numbers, in this case as the sum and products of its zeros respectively. So we have been given with numbers which are 1 upon 4 and minus 1, and here it is written that we have to take 1 by 4 as sum of zeros and minus 1 as product of zeros. Now there's a formula that is used to find the polynomial. In the case you are given with the sum of 0 and the product of zeros. So the formula is like k x square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta. So just to make it easy to understand, we are writing here alpha plus beta just as s and alpha into beta just as p. Like you can easily understand it like this is sum and this is product. So and k is constant here. Constant has no value. So k x square minus 1 by 4, we are just putting the value of s and p in this formula. So kx square minus 1 by 4x plus in the bracket minus 1, and then we will take 4 as LCM. It's simple maths, we can easily understand it. And when we are done with the part of taking LCM, we will eradicate the denominator from the polynomials and make it like k by 4 here. So the next question is, find a cubic polynomial with the sum of the product of its zeros taken two at a time and product of its zeros are given as 5, minus 6 and minus 20 respectively. Now since we know that alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to sum of zeros, alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha is equal to sum of the product of zeros taken two at a time, then and alpha beta plus gamma is equal to product of zeros, we are given with values here too, like 5, minus 6 and minus 20. So we can easily find what's the value of a, what's the value of b, what's the value of c and d. So the general form of the cubic polynomial is ax to the power 3 plus bx to the power 2 plus cx plus d. So we will just put the value of a equal 1, b equals to minus 5 and c equals to minus 6 and d equals to 20 in this general form, and we will find the polynomial as x to the power 3 minus 5x to the power 2 minus 6x plus 20. Thank you so much, ma'am, for watching. I really appreciate your time.